You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
And I don't feel sick. I'm just, I have the residual crap that I am coughing out.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah. Our big thing right now is, and you're going to laugh when I tell you this. I don't like sitcoms, and it has to be like a really, really good sitcom for me to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And even the really good ones, like Modern Family, eventually start to bore me.
Oh yeah.
But Dennis said, I want to watch New Adventures of Old Christine again. And I said, oh, okay. Because it's been almost 20 years since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
We have been watching it on Pluto.
Yeah.
With commercials.
Yeah.
And we are already halfway through the 4th season. It is hilarious. I think it's one of the better shows that Julia ever did because it's so strong. I mean, every cast member is flawless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except for maybe the little kid, and even he has his moments.
There's a thing both of you might like. We just started it. It is coming on monthly, but it's in like episode 4 now, and I don't know how many episodes it'll have, but it's called SNL 50, and it's an examination of Saturday Night Live. So it's looking back at 50 years, but also it's all current, and it's taken from a different perspective. So like the first episode is all about how hard is it, and it's got like Amy Poehler and Bill Hader and all these people, and they interview them, and then they show them their audition for Saturday Night Live and get their reaction to it. And it is hilarious. And it's all of the cast talking about how hard it is to get on this show. And it's also from the perspective of all the writers and the executive producers, going back to like Lorne and Tina Fey and all these people. And they talk about
Dick Ebersol.
Yeah. And they also show this whole section of the rejects. And the first reject is like Stephen Colbert and all these people that who's crazy?
Jim Carrey.
Then. Jim Carrey. They show all of these people that auditioned several times and never got on Saturday Night Live and now have gone on to great careers. But you would really like it, I think. But, like the next episode is just the writers. And it starts Monday morning at 6 a.m. with all of them arriving for the writers' meeting.
Now, what is this on Peacock?
Probably. I can't remember what we're viewing it on, but
is it something you pay for?
No.
Okay.
And it's coming out weekly, so we're on it's on episode 4 now. But I watched it. It was really.
I didn't realize they were doing a series because there's a movie coming out.
Yeah, saw that Saturday night. That's already out. You can get it now for rental.
Yeah, where everybody plays people play the original cast members.
Yes, and it's really in real time, 90 minutes. It starts at 10 o'clock Saturday night, 1975, 90 minutes before airtime of the first show.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be really good.
I didn't know this other SNL series was out. That'll be something that Dennis would watch.
Yeah, I think both of you would like it because each episode, like I said, is from a different perspective. Like the third one is basically schedule and how do we do it? How do we get sets and props and costumes and everything ready when we don't really get the final list until Thursday morning?
Right.
Sort of thing. And it's the panic mode or whatever.
I mean, we still watch it regularly, and I never stopped. I've been watching it regularly since 1975.
Yeah.
I mean, even the bad years.
And then yesterday we found Celebrity Jeopardy.
I've always watched that. It's
Amazon. No, it's the Amazon Prime thing. Is that the one with Colin Jost?
Oh, no, you're talking about the pop culture. I hate that. Yeah, it's terrible.
It's so hard. Their clues are so ambiguous. Yeah.
It's very bad. We tried to watch the first episode. I got 10 minutes in and I turned it off. And I watch Jeopardy every night. So I don't like it. It's not good if I'm not watching it.
I was going to share with you that I did watch the first 3 episodes of The Bear, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't handle it. I don't
Dennis
get it.
can't either.
I don't get it.
Dennis can't either. He says it makes him stressed.
Well, it makes me stressed, but I also hate their style. I hate this pseudo-documentary feel to everything, but no explanation of anything. It's
I
just
love
like,
it.
we're going to handheld talk to 2 people in an alley while they smoke, and then we're just going to go back into the grind kind of thing. And I'm like, is that fun? I haven't laughed yet. And everybody goes, oh, it's one of the best
It's
comedies
not a
ever.
comedy.
And I'm going, it is not a comedy.
No, that's the biggest gripe everyone has, is that it always wins for comedy and it's not a comedy.
Mm-mm. No, not at all.
It has funny moments. What's wrong?
I'm just trying to make sure I'm not. It looked like I stuttered for a minute.
You did a little bit back when you were talking about SNL. You were doing a Max Headroom thing, and I was like, "Is that me?" My speed is really good, so I'm hoping that we won't have any problems. Yeah, The Bear. It's not for everybody. Dennis cannot do it. He just will get up and walk out of the room. He just hates it. But I mean, there are some. Have you watched the one that's all one single shot yet?
I only watched the first 3.
Okay, there's one that's one single shot that is like rehearsed unbelievably, and you're like, holy fuck, how are they getting this camera around that fast?
Right.
It's amazing. And then the 3 fishes or whatever that dinner is at Christmas with Jamie Lee Curtis is unreal. And she won an Emmy for it. But yeah, I mean, that show just wins awards out the wazoo.
It does. They're everywhere. Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons people are mad, because they feel like it's unfairly winning against real comedies. But there's really no such thing as a half an hour drama. So I guess that's why they put it in that category. I don't know.
Seems odd. I mean, it definitely did not strike me as a comedy in any way.
No, but there are some times when I bust out laughing, not expecting it.
Well, I think that's because, I mean, there are, you can't help some of the humorous things. Like even in the first episode when dude walked out and he either screamed or yelled or fired a gun or did something. The guy that I guess has been managing it before Chef Boy came in.
Right.
And just the way he treats everybody.
I hated him, and now I really like him.
Well, that's good writing then, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. And then one of my absolute favorites is the little Hispanic woman.
The one that's hired in the pilot?
Yeah.
She's the one that studied and gone to culinary school.
No. That's the African-American girl. She's wonderful.
Okay.
But there is a Hispanic cook that they have an episode in the second season where she is hired. They do a flashback.
Oh,
but
yeah.
She ends up, her and that black girl that's the sous chef clash.
Yeah, because in the second episode, she's trying to set her up. She's doing stuff like turning her stove off and doing stuff.
They end up being mentor and pupil. And that black girl
really?
teaches that girl how to cook. And it is amazing. I mean, you just love it. And then again, I'm also a foodie. So that's another reason why I like the show, is because I see all the workings of the restaurant industry and stuff as well.
Yeah. And know a lot of the inside.
I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of Top Chef in it, and I love that show. So, but yeah, I highly recommend it. Obviously it's not for everyone because Dennis can't watch it. And if you can't watch it half America, I guess, can't watch it. I don't know.
Well, Wait, Don't Tell Me a couple of weeks ago had the new chef from Top Chef, the one that replaced Padme.
Oh, Kristen. Yeah, the Asian.
Yeah, she was great.
She's amazing.
She was really hilarious and very funny, great personality, and she just really fit with all the comedians on Wait, Don't Tell Me. It was really nice. Well,
first, she's gay. She's very pretty. She looks like a model, kind of like Padma, but she was always a chef. And she has done other shows before she got cast on Top Chef. She did one called Restaurant at the End of the World, where she goes to these restaurants out in the middle of nowhere that are. I always thought that Greek restaurant in Morristown could have been on that show.
Oh, Papadops.
Yeah, because no one ever knew where that was. It was out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And, you had to know about it to go there.
Yep.
But hers are even crazier. Like there's one in Antarctica. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think there was only 4 episodes and it must have got canceled. And then the next thing you know, she's on Top Chef to replace Padma. Yeah, I love her. And it's great because even though Padma is a great foodie, and I love Padma's new food show too, Kristen knows more about it than Padma does because she is a chef.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let me.
I knew we would talk about some stuff to warm up, and I was like, God, I've got so many movies, I don't even know what to talk about. And the only thing I could think of was New Christine, which,
There you go.
and I mean, Clark Gregg is on that show, and he is brilliant on that show. He
Clark Gregg's
plays
great.
dumb so good. And the kid that's their son, I think they studied each other because sometimes he reminds me of the kid and sometimes the kid reminds me of him.
Clark
It's
Gregg is
funny.
really good. He's one of my favorites in Shield. I loved him in that whole series.
Yeah. Yeah, he's solid. And this was, it came on in 2006
Yeah.
and ran for 5 seasons. One of the seasons was short, probably a writer's strike, but the rest of them were all over 20 episodes. And Wanda Sykes is on the show, and her and Julia Louise-Dreyfus are Lucy and Ethel. I mean, Julia can do that physical comedy, and Wanda can do that straight woman. I mean, it is hilarious. So if you
works.
ever want to go back and watch it, even with commercials, we just get up and do our thing during commercials. And I mean, we just put it on and just don't even stop for like hours.
Yeah, I have that. And I like Pluto for that. I don't mind. Barbara is so into streaming now that anytime it cuts to an ad, she freaks the hell out. I'm going, we live with this our entire lives. I do not understand. But she's also a huge binger. I mean, she's one of those that they created that algorithm for because she won't even watch the freaking commercials. As soon as it goes to black screen and that first credit, she's on to the next episode. I'm like, can we take 2 minutes?
What if there's a post-credit scene?
Whatever. I'm like, damn. It's like we watch Rings of Power in like a night. All of it. Just done.
I told Dennis there were some nights when we didn't watch it because I said I can't because I will cough my head off. Because the minute I start laughing, I start coughing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we were so sick. We were like, I can't watch this right now.
I can't watch this right now.
No, or we would just be having coughing fits and then having to go backwards to see what we missed.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's crazy.
3, 2,
1.
Where is my other thing?
I've watched 2. I can't even remember one. Pretty good movies on Shudder, but they're not really horror movies. One was this French-Canadian thing about this woman that becomes obsessed with a serial killer trial. It's called Red Rooms. Have you ever heard of that term?
I've heard of red rooms in regard to serial killers, like Murder Room or whatever. But
is that what it refers to?
Yeah. Yeah. What's your red room?
Because in this, it refers to a room you can access on the dark web and actually watch it.
Ooh, like a snuff site.
It is. It reminded me a little bit of hardcore. It's like a snuff film thing, and it goes to the highest bidder, and they use Bitcoin or whatever. Because what it is there's 3 murders, and the last one is missing, and then all of a sudden it goes up for auction. And it's about women that become obsessed with serial killer trials, so much to the point where they're like defending them and saying they're innocent, and even maybe falling in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Makes sense.
very strange movie. I was captivated by it, but the reason I'm telling you about it is I'm like, I don't think this feels like a horror movie to talk about on a genre week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it's on Shudder. Plus,
Right.
it's foreign. It's in French because it's Canadian, French
Hmm.
Canadian. But the director was really good. I mean, it was definitely captivating because the mystery element. You're like, why is she so obsessed with this? She even takes another woman in that's like living on the streets in order to get in early enough to get a seat in the trial.
It's been known to
Yeah.
happen. I mean, Manson was the same way. All of his followers camped out and tried to watch the
Yeah.
trial and all of
Yeah,
that.
it's very strange. Very, very strange.
Gacy
Um,
had followers. Of course, shit, why am I forgetting so much lately? Handsome serial killer, strangle killer, based Red Dragon on him. Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Of course,
Wasn't
he
he?
had
I thought Ted
followers.
Bundy was the kids.
No, Ted Bundy was a co-ed. That's who he killed. Remember, he was finally arrested because he went to Florida and killed 4 women in a sorority house.
Yeah, I do remember that. But who was the kids that I'm confusing him with? Hmm.
That killed kids?
Yeah, the one that dressed up like a clown.
Oh, that's John Wayne
Gacy.
Gacy. That's
Yeah,
John Wayne Gacy.
Gacy. That's exactly who it is.
Yeah. And our lovely, what is it? He's got a triple name, Lee, not Lee Harvey Oswald, but Lee crap.
James Earl Lee.
James Earl Lee, was that it? Yeah.
He's the guy that shot Martin Luther King, isn't he?
No, that's
It's James Earl Ray.
Ray. The serial killer that was the inspiration for the movie that no one should ever watch again. You made me watch it, and it was like, were they?
Henry.
Yeah, Henry Lee Lucas. That's who I'm thinking of.
I don't remember him except from
Very,
that movie.
very prolific killer. Claimed to have killed over 300 people,
Wow.
but only about 67 were verified. So that's enough. But
Why can't
um,
these people kill political candidates?
well, it's interesting you mentioned that because I saw. Yeah, I wish I saw the
Excuse me.
on Pop Culture Jeopardy, the three that we watched, one of them had a group of, they were called Average White Girls was the name of their team.
Yeah, I hate the whole team thing.
Yeah, the team is stupid. But in profiling them or talking to them, they said, we're all blonde, we like coffee, and we listen to true crime podcasts. I mean, how more white girl can you be? I was like, yeah, pretty true.
Yeah,
Pretty
for sure.
true. Listen to serial killer podcasts. Yay. 3, 2.
1. I considered swapping a movie. I did swap one. I think I stuck Possum in there somewhere.
Possum, what the hell is that? Is that one? Oh, wait, is that the one with the freaking spider head thing or the
Yeah,
spider
it
with the
is.
dog head or whatever?
A clown head.
And oh, yeah, sweet. That's even worse.
I thought of pairing it up with that other spider head movie, Daddy's
like
Head, but then I didn't have room for another double feature, so I
Or
didn't.
Sting or whatever.
No, I don't care about that. That looks stupid. I finished my rewatch of both seasons of Interview with a Vampire, and I'm still incredibly impressed with that show.
Good.
And I'm like, how in the hell was it not nominated for Emmys? And maybe it was, and I just didn't know. I don't know. But the guy that plays Louis is phenomenal, and the guy that plays Lestat is not bad. I mean, he is really, really strong, and I think he's going to be even stronger once he has his own season. I was listening to the soundtracks yesterday. And then, what else? I watched some crazy stuff. We finished a binge of Christine, all 88 episodes. We did
Wow.
that pretty quickly. and I'm almost through with the fourth season of Moonlighting. I've been doing it slow. And there's only 66 episodes of those.
So,
And Michelle Trachtenberg died.
yes, and Gene Hackman died today.
And did you hear how weird that is?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the more information because of the headline or the article I read last night or this morning. Yeah, last night was him, his wife, and his dog.
Well, and the last thing I read was that they found pills in the bathroom with her, and it looks like maybe she came home, found him dead, killed the dog, and killed herself.
Maybe.
I mean, there doesn't seem to be any foul play. There's no gunshots or anything like somebody robbed them or anything.
I was telling Barbara, I said, maybe he said, I'm 95, I'm done, I hate Trump, whatever, and said, are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, but we got to kill the dog first because he'll eat us.
That's true. I have a feeling, I mean, she looks younger than him. I have a feeling that he went, and maybe she just went ahead and did it herself in. I don't know.
Yeah, she's younger than him, I know.
Yeah, she looks it.
But yeah, I mean, I love his legacy, so that's great. But yeah, Michelle Trachtenberg, that's kind of weird. That's definitely different.
She had all kinds of health problems.
Well, they said she had just had a liver transplant.
Right.
So
Right. So, I mean, she was probably very vulnerable to anything like the flu.
39, damn.
I know. But I mean, Dennis and I just got over the flu, and that fucker lasted a month, and I'm still coughing.
Yeah, well, yep.
It's
It's
crazy.
the super flu.
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. Last time I postponed was because we were having car problems with the new car.
Right.
And he still doesn't have a GPS. He's driving it, but they had to send off for another GPS or something. There was as soon as he updated it, it crashed. And they couldn't figure out what was going on. So, but what happened was before that, my car died. I mean, my car was 20 years old, and we knew it was going to die. We just didn't know when. We were hoping it would be later this year. It happened sooner than we thought, so we really didn't want to spend the money. And of course, Dennis always wants to get something nice because he's a car freak. And so I took his truck. Now I have a truck that's only 3 years old, and it's nice. And I've never had anything with like screens in it or anything. So I have it. But that one day that I had to cancel, I had to usher him around because his car was at the dealership in less than a week after we bought it. Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
But it's a Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid. And it is nice because my car was a Santa Fe as well. And 20 years down the road, it was not nice. It was well, I mean, it was a great car. It never let me down, but I mean, it was dirty and rusty. And I mean, because it was 20 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm glad now that I don't have to worry about breaking down somewhere because I have sort of a new car.
I'll count us in. And 3, 2, 1. You say 1. Sorry.
You can't start the car. Johnny has